if you want to. It's good. The good question is the half of the ilm.
That, of course, is a very big issue. That is always a topic. The question of what is real faith. And I think this is also what is meant when we talk about this state of drunkenness as a metaphor of kind of.
No.
And what that really can mean, because I feel in the society we live in, it's a society that even is about to reject its own religion more and more. I mean, we don't even have. I would like to meet real Christians in Germany who have at least some kind of faith. With some of the group people, we've been to Rome, for example, and we met Christians and priests and talked about them, on spirituality. It was a very, very nice experience, and I wonder I feel like our society is more and more replacing its religion with a kind of materialistic view on everything, and it also seems to slide into the mindset of Muslims even, that they are not really able to not define, but to live what we can call real faith. Like it's always people talk about Islam in very functional terms. Even when they say, "Oh, Islam benefits me in this way or that way, materially, or gives me an identity or something like this," I always feel like, first and foremost, Islam is truth, and I should try to submit to some kind. But I know it's Islamic cultures are beautiful, but it's not the beauty, it's the truth that should be guiding me. And how can one teach oneself to follow Islam in this way?
Beautiful. Alhamdulillah. So you make the intentions. I'll start with 30 seconds of dua, silent prayer. You make the prayer for that God gives us and you the answer, and help us to absorb the answer and find the answer and absorb the answer and walk in the light of the answer that He gives us. And آمين آمين آمين. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. ألم نشرح لك صدرك ووضعنا عنك وزرك الذي أنقض ظهرك ورفعنا لك ذكرك فإن مع العسر يسرا إن مع العسر يسرا فإذا فرغت فانصب وإلى ربك فارغب. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. ألم نشرح لك صدرك ووضعنا عنك وزرك الذي أنقض ظهرك ورفعنا لك ذكرك فإن مع العسر يسرا إن مع العسر يسرا فإذا فرغت فانصب وإلى ربك فارغب. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. ألم نشرح لك صدرك ووضعنا عنك وزرك الذي أنقض ظهرك ورفعنا لك ذكرك فإن مع العسر يسرا إن مع العسر يسرا فإذا فرغت فانصب وإلى ربك فارغب. رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري. رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري. رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. إن الله وملائكته يصلون على النبي يا أيها الذين آمنوا صلوا عليه وسلموا تسليما. اللهم صل وسلم وبارك على سيدنا محمد وعلى آل سيدنا محمد. اللهم صل وسلم وبارك على سيدنا محمد وعلى آل سيدنا محمد. اللهم صل وسلم وبارك على سيدنا محمد وعلى آل سيدنا محمد. اللهم صل وسلم وبارك على سيدنا محمد وعلى آل سيدنا محمد. اللهم صل وسلم وبارك على سيدنا محمد وعلى آل سيدنا محمد. صلى الله على محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم. 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 الذين آمنوا وتطمئن قلوبهم بذكر الله. ألا بذكر الله تطمئن القلوب. والباقيات الصالحات خير عند ربك ثوابا وخير أملا. سبحان الله والحمد لله ولا إله إلا الله والله أكبر ولا حول ولا قوة إلا بالله العلي العظيم. سبحان الله والحمد لله ولا إله إلا الله والله أكبر ولا حول ولا قوة إلا بالله العلي العظيم. سبحان الله والحمد لله ولا إله إلا الله والله أكبر ولا حول ولا قوة إلا بالله العلي العظيم. سبحان الله والحمد لله ولا إله إلا الله والله أكبر ولا حول ولا قوة إلا بالله العلي العظيم. سبحان الله والحمد لله ولا إله إلا الله والله أكبر ولا حول ولا قوة إلا بالله العلي العظيم. سبحان الله والحمد لله ولا إله إلا الله والله أكبر ولا حول ولا قوة إلا بالله العلي العظيم. سبحان الله والحمد لله ولا إله إلا الله والله أكبر ولا حول ولا قوة إلا بالله العلي العظيم. سبحان الله والحمد لله ولا إله إلا الله والله أكبر ولا حول ولا قوة إلا بالله العلي العظيم. سبحان الله والحمد لله ولا إله إلا الله والله أكبر ولا حول ولا قوة إلا بالله العلي العظيم. سبحان الله والحمد لله ولا إله إلا الله والله أكبر ولا حول ولا قوة إلا بالله العلي العظيم. سبحان الله والحمد لله ولا إله إلا الله والله أكبر ولا حول ولا قوة إلا بالله العلي العظيم. سبحان الله والحمد لله ولا إله إلا الله والله أكبر ولا حول ولا قوة إلا بالله العلي العظيم. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen. Ameen. Ameen. Alhamdulillah. اللهم صل وسلم وبارك على سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وأصحابه الطيبين الطاهرين. So God is not within and is not without. God is beyond the within and without. But God gives us the answer to all our questions, and we should expect the answer to all our questions from God alone. And whenever we come with a sincere question, that question is a cloud that will bring the rain. The rain is the answer. The cloud is the question. Before the cloud, there was evaporation, and before the evaporation, there was the heat of the neediness. And that's the question, that's the urge. God gives all answers. God gives all the answers, and we should not expect answer from other than God Himself. We say God is not within, God is not without, but God gives us the answer within and without. God gives us the answer in two ways. He gives us the Zahir answer and He gives us the Batin answer. He gives us an answer within and He gives us an answer without. The answer without, we seek it with the tool called mind or intelligence. The answer within, we seek it with the tool called heart or emotional or spiritual intelligence. In the days we are living in today, the mind is like Pharaoh. The mind is taking the heart as a slave. The mind is like Pharaoh doing what Pharaoh used to do with the children of Israel. The heart is like the children of Israel, slave. And the mind is like Pharaoh today. And he's telling you, La urikum illa ma ara. Same thing that what Pharaoh said to people. I only want you to believe in what I see. And that's the paradigm of modernity. The intellect is telling everything else, is telling our eyes, is telling our nose, is telling our heart, is telling our emotions, is telling our spirituality, is telling our childhood, is telling our adulthood, is telling our heritage, is telling our grandmother, is telling our grandfather, is telling everything. Our mind is telling everything within us. Because when we say grandmother, grandfather, they are within us. They are parts of your past. It's telling our past, it's telling our future. I only want you to see what I see. I only want you to believe in what I tell you to believe in. He's dictating, the mind today is dictating what we should see, right? We are living in that hegemony, we are living in that dictatorship of the mind. And that's the modern paradigm. The mind, though, doesn't have access to the answer within. Because what is this tool? This tool is to see things without. The mind is to allow you to see what is without. Yes, it's a good tool to see things that are without. But the mind is not enough to make you see the things that are within. He cannot. He simply cannot. The mind cannot access within. The answer for all the questions, why we have a crisis today in the modern time, it's because of the hegemony of the mind, and because the heart, we are not asking our hearts to give us the answer. So we are not having access to the answer from within. And even when you came to this setting, you were asking, yes, good questions, but you are maybe expecting an intellectual kind of answer. You are expecting an answer that your mind, you are expecting an analysis of the problematic, and you are expecting a solution, how to address that problematic, but everything on the intellectual level. So when I started telling you, salAllahi, alhamdulillah, the first thing that the mind said, why? What's this now? You want me maybe to talk. to give you something here, here, this is the problem and this is the solution. Though, the solution for all what you ask it is within and is not without. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says it in the Quran. In all the verses that I started with. So, for subhanallah walhamdulillah wa la ilaha illallah Allahu akbar, for example, these are called al-baqiyatu salihat. The everlasting things. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala comes in the Surah Al-Quran and He's telling us in Surah Al-Kahf that we read every Friday, and He's telling us that this dunya, this material thing, the material thing that the mind has access to, the only thing that the mind can touch and see, and is going to disappear. What's going to stay, what's going to remain is al-baqiyatu salihat, is the remaining, is the good, beautiful remaining things. Okay? And then Allah says about them, they give you more reward, they are more rewarding, but also they give you more hope. وَخَيْرٌ أَمَلًا. They are more rewarding and they give you more hope. Because part of what you asked about is where to find hope. Where is hope in this suffocating climate of material things, etc.? Because what's materialism? What's the material world? What does the material world tell us? It tells us about our limits. Because material world is limited. Everything material tells you that you are limited. It's teaching us about our limits. So basically, the material world is telling us to lose hope. Mafhum? Material things, the way how things are happening, 1 + 1 = 2. So if you don't have 1 + 1, you cannot have the 2. Right? So when مرحبا وعليكم السلام أهلا وسهلا. How are you? تفضلوا. So when Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is telling us وَالْبَاقِيَاتُ الصَّالِحَاتُ خَيْرٌ عِنْدَ رَبِّكَ ثَوَابًا وَخَيْرٌ أَمَلًا, and the everlasting beautiful things, they are more rewarding and they give more hope. So if you are seeking hope, seek them there. And they asked the Prophet ﷺ, and they told him, what are al-baqiyatu salihat? What are these everlasting good things? It could apply to many things. It could apply to good children. It could apply to good daughters that you leave behind you. It could apply to good actions. But the Prophet ﷺ specifically gave a simpler solution, a simpler answer. He said, they are subhanallah, alhamdulillah, wa la ilaha illallah, wallahu akbar, wa la hawla wa la quwwata illa billahi al-ali al-azim. 5 words, they are from the Quran and they are the heart of the Quran. And if you say them, you are reciting the Quran and remembering God, and they give you more reward and they give you more hope than anything else you do. They help you basically to find the answer, the answer within. Now, the within is what we call ghaib. The within is what we call ghaib. For the mind cannot see it. The mind cannot see the ghaib. When we say ghaib, usually we translate it to the unseen. And usually we think, when we talk about unseen, we think about angels, the other world, etc. But also your love, is it seen or unseen? Gratitude, seen or unseen? Patience, seen or unseen? Happiness, isn't a mystery? Isn't the unseen? It's not a ghaib, happiness. Can your mind make you happy? Feeling drunk, as you said, is it seen or unseen? Feelings, seen or unseen? Today, the medicine, the mind, the Pharaoh, this king, this dictator, wants us to believe that feelings are nothing but hormones. If you have a dopamine, a high level of dopamine, you are happy. If you have a low level of dopamine, you are unhappy. Everything is trying even to go, but he doesn't want to understand that he is blind. He cannot see within, that's it. The within is not his domain. He needs to get drunk in order to let the within manifest, to let the within guide us. It's the heart that sees the within. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is talking in the Quran about what we call the keys for the unseen. مفاتيح الغيب. The keys for the unseen. The keys that will open the unseen within you. One of the meanings that our predecessors understood, they said the keys are subhanallah, walhamdulillah, wa la ilaha illallah, wallahu akbar, wa la hawla wa la quwwata illa billah al-'aliyyil 'azim. If you make this dhikr, you are opening the tap, huh? You are opening the tap of gratitude, happiness, contentment, courage, thankfulness, reliance on God, patience, security, reassurance. All of this is ghaib, isn't it? Who can give you this feeling? If I can tell you, my sister, be happy. You, please be happy. Be happy. Can you say, labbaik? Yes, I'm getting happy now. I can tell you, show happiness. Pretend you are happy and do it. But be happy, it's ghaib. It's not something that the mind can tell to that organ, yeah, be happy now, smile now. You can. The mind can tell your mouth, yeah, smile now, move in this direction now, and they will follow. But you cannot dictate anything to the heart, because the heart is a sultan. It's in the heart. We are not talking about the biological heart, even though we feel it more here. It's a mystery. Why do we feel the spiritual heart connected to the biological heart? Why? It's a mystery, but it's not here. The feelings are not here. They're bigger than that. So the solution, the answer is really, it starts with letting the heart speak. Let your heart speak, and let your heart find its place in your life. Allow your heart to find its place in your heart, because our hearts today are not having their place. They are persecuted. The mind with the taboos is persecuting, has taboos. No, you have to think in this way. That's right, that's wrong. We are persecuting our emotions. We are persecuting our feelings. We are persecuting our soul. Our soul is suffocating, is persecuted, is feeling like this. Because the mind is making this oppression. So we are oppressed. Internally speaking, our spirits are being oppressed inside. We have to liberate our spirits. We have to liberate our hearts. We have to allow our hearts to sit on their thrones. We have to allow our hearts to regain their place. We have to feed our hearts. Our hearts are underfed. The food for hearts is dhikrullah, is the remembrance of God. Remember God. Why? Because it gives you hope. Because it is more rewarding and gives you more hope. If you are looking for hope to continue this life, if you are looking for beauty in this life, do the dhikr. We cannot live our life only with thoughts. You have to make dhikr. You have to make dhikr. You have to make remembrance of God. You have to sing, chant God. You cannot only think of God without talking to God. Imagine you want to have a relationship with your father or mother or husband or wife or friend or sister, and they tell you they are in the other part of the world, and every time they tell you, why did you not call me? I'm thinking of you all the time. Why did you not call? I'm really thinking of you all the time. So call me. No, I'm actually thinking of you all the time. How are they going to feel? You cannot keep thinking of God and making all kinds of philosophy about God without talking to God. We have a crisis today in the modern time of talking to God. How many times did you talk to God in your life? Even when you pray today, we do not pray. We act. We do the action of the prayer, the movements of the prayer, but do we really talk to God when we pray? When the prayer is only structured to allow us to talk to God in more genuine way, in a deeper way. But are we really taking that opportunity of prostration to talk to God in a deeper level? Are we? We are not. Fasting is nothing but a structure to allow us to talk to God in a more, in a deeper, profound way. But are we really taking that opportunity? Talk to God. The solution is how? We have to talk to God. We have to train ourselves to talk to God. We have to feed our hearts. We have to liberate our hearts. We have to put our hearts in their places. We have to allow our hearts to come and give us the answer within. Because there are answers without that the mind can give us, but the answers within, only the heart can give us. And the heart can never give us these answers within unless he is well-fed, well-treated, right? And in its, we are in its place. How to put the heart in its place? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is telling us in the Quran in another verse. ألا بذكر الله تطمئن القلوب الذين آمنوا تطمئن قلوبهم بذكر الله ألا بذكر الله تطمئن القلوب. Those who have faith, their hearts will find reassurance, their hearts will find joy and happiness and drunkenness in what? In the remembrance of God. Indeed, it is in the remembrance of God that the heart will find peace, that the heart will find tranquility, that the heart will find its place in the remembrance of God. With the remembrance of God, the heart will be more happy. With the remembrance of God, the heart will be stronger. With the remembrance of God, the heart will regain its place. With the remembrance of God, the heart will be able to serve you the answers that you are looking for. Because the heart has the capacity to make us happy. The heart has the capacity to make us happy, and that's what we are looking for. You know, the mind doesn't have that capacity. The mind will tell you, sister, you want to be happy, or myself, because the mind wants to tell you that he is yourself and nothing else. That he is like Louis XIV, the king of France. At some point he said, I am France. How about the rest of people? No, they do not exist. I am France. Hitler at some point he said, I'm Germany. I'm Germany. I am the one. That's it. Pharaoh at some point he said, I'm Egypt. I'm God. And see, Ataturk at some point said, I'm Turkey. You know what? How about the other people? They do not have the right to exist. They don't. I'm Turkey. I only show you what I believe in. And these are pharaohs of the modern time, etc. The mind is acting in the same way. The mind is acting in the same way. The mind is telling you, I am you. I am yourself. How about I see that flower? That flower is beautiful. The mind will come, immediately will tell you, yes, you can use it for this and this and this and this and this. But the child within you just wants to see, wow, it's so beautiful. The mind, no. Be mature. For what we can use this? Oh, it's geranium. Geranium is good for this and this and this. And the whole experience is ruined. And that child within you, I'm not waiting for that. I just want to, because it's beautiful. I just want to smell it.
Might even tell you to kill the flower. To take it.
Yeah, to take it.
To kill it.
I just want to enjoy the moment. The heart within you just wants to enjoy the moment. I want a moment of peace. I want a moment of beauty. The mind, no. You have to use it for this. Or, no, it's not in its place. Put it more to the right. Put it more to the left. Put it more to the center. No, let us replace it with rose or with something else. Oh, pink with red. Let us have green flower now. Let us change it. The mind is like that. It's trying to make you feel and believe that he is you. So you start defining yourself, you start identifying with yourself too, with your mind. Mafhum? Are you understanding me? You start thinking that you are your mind. And you forget that In the reality, the mind is is nothing but a tool for you. The mind is not you, the mind is a tool. Is a soldier. And the Sultan is actually the heart, is not the mind. You are your heart. The mind is there to help. طيب. So the mind is trying to tell you that I'm able to make you happy because I am you. What are the solutions that the mind will give you? You have to get married. You are unhappy because you are not married. If you are unmarried, you cannot be happy. Look, these people are smiling on Facebook like this because they have a partner. You have to have a partner to be able to smile like this. Or the mind will come to tell you have to go to the dentist to make your teeth whiter. Look at these people, they have beautiful smile like this because their teeth are more white. Or the mind will come and tell you, you have to find a job. Without money, you cannot be happy. The mind will tell you, and you will try to find solutions for happiness in the, as Salim said, in the material world. While we said happiness is ghaib. Happiness is ghaib. It's something unseen. It's not something that we can touch physically. You find poor people who are very happy. You find rich people who are very unhappy. So is happiness something material? Can the mind make you happy? Does he have? He pretends he can, but he can't. What? The only thing that can make you happy is the heart. The heart is telling you, follow me, I will make you happy. Feed me, I will make you happy. Trust me, I will make you happy. And if you listen to your heart will tell you, connect me, I will make you happy. You only need to connect me. I'm the battery. Charge me. Plug me. Plug me in. And that's it. And don't worry after that. As long as I'm plugged in, don't worry after that. Plug me into whom? Huh? Plug me into what? Connect me to what? Huh? To my source. To the source of my life, to God. Connect me to God. Connection with God. We need that connection with God. طيب. When we make dhikr, when we make remembrance, it's not only a meditation, it's not only something that the mind can understand, but you felt something. We did dhikr for less than 1 minute, and you felt that the environment in this room all of a sudden started changing. You did not feel that? You did not feel anything? You did not feel like there is more peace that came to the air and something within you? And subhanallah, how if we did it for longer now? Now, how if you do that every day, every morning? And you send that positive message to yourself every morning. When you make dhikr, what is the message that you are telling yourself? When we remember God, what is the message that we are telling ourselves? What are we telling ourselves? Huh? Huh? You are weak, yeah? But also, there is hope. You are weak on your own, but if you are with God, you are not weak anymore. There is hope. You are not alone. You don't have to do it on your own. You are not alone. You don't have to do it on your own. Ask Him, He will help you. You are but a child. You are but a child. He is there for you. You are but a dependent. He's not expecting you to perform and be a hero or something like that. No. He knows that you are limited. And He's accepting you as you are. He knows that you are poor. He's accepting you as you are. Just try. And He will. Just show Him that you want to go in His direction, and He will do the rest for you. You understand? When we do dhikr, we remind our hearts. When we do dhikr, that's the message that we are sending to ourselves, that depend on God, you are not alone, you don't have to do it on your own, etc. And then the heart will open and will give you its treasures. Patience is treasure within our heart. Gratitude is a treasure within our heart. Happiness is treasure that our heart knows very well. It is within our heart. وهكذا. We need dhikr in our life. We need dhikr. We need connection to God and His Messenger. We need astaghfirullah. We need la ilaha illallah. We need Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. That's missing in our life. We cannot approach the divine without dhikr. We cannot approach the divine without dhikr. We cannot live on earth without dhikr. We need dhikr. We cannot keep thinking of God and not talking to God. Did you understand me? Is there any need for translation? Maybe Daniel, he understood everything? He could translate it?
I don't know if there is a need.
Maybe after? Okay. I understand. It's very important. It's very important. It's very important what we are saying here. It's very important that you take this seriously. Muslims today, as Salim said it clearly, that we are embracing this modern paradigm. It's all material. Even when it comes to religion, we think of the religion from an intellectual perspective. And we forget that religion is a religion. Religione. Re is to a second time. Legione is connect, is to reconnect with God. That's religion. Is to reconnect with God. That's why we have religion. It's not to make you, it's not to give you a solution for the economy. People today, that when they think about Islam, oh, Islam is a good system. System? Really? That's how they teach us. Islam is a good system. Political system. Since when? Why Muslims are so bankrupt politically then? If your Islam is a very good political system in itself, what is it? What is it? Oh, Islam is very environmental, is a very good environmental system. What is it? Why Muslim countries are the worst when it comes to that? If you want to call it system, Islam is a very good spiritual system. If you insist to call it system, okay? Right? And if that system is not taken care of, the other systems won't be taken care of. And why Muslims today are suffering? Because they are neglecting the system, and they want Islam to teach them how to live, how to do, not how to live, how to do in life, and they are not trying to live Islam. Live Islam. Live a connection with God. You cannot. You cannot keep talking about God without talking to God. You cannot. It's sad. It's a sad situation. It's a schizophrenic situation. You cannot expect that, you can make theory, teach people about God, talk about God and He's absent like that, without turning your face and, God, I love you. God, thank you for being here for me. God, thank you for being in my life. God, I trust you. God, thank you for being who you are. God, thank you for accepting me the way I am. That's dhikr. That's what we say when we say Alhamdulillah. What's Alhamdulillah? Alhamdulillah for what? Alhamdulillah for who you are, Ya Rabbi. And thank you for who you are, but also thank you for how am I? And thank you for accepting me with all my limits. Alhamdulillah. Alhamdulillah. Who we are to deserve to be talking about God now? Who are we? What did we do so special? What do I do in my life so special to have beautiful brothers and sisters like you guys? Honestly. What did I do to earn this moment? Did I pray so hard to earn this moment, to be with you guys? What did I do to not be, for example, in a bar in this very moment? Am I better than that person who is now with people who are disrespecting him? Am I better than that person in this moment who is in another different setting? SubhanAllah, it's a gift from God. God accepted us with our limits. God accepted us exactly the way we are. So we need to express our emotions. We need to, because when you express your emotion, you make them live. We need to express our feelings to God. And that's dhikr. Express your feelings to God. اذكروا الله يذكركم. Remember God, you will feel His remembrance for you. اذكروا الله يذكركم. Remember God, you will feel His remembrance for you. Because God remembers us all the time. God doesn't forget us. You are, quote unquote, on the lips of God every second. God is calling your name in every second, if you understand this language. Quote unquote. God is making dhikr of you every second. Every second. Salim, 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 Salim. Daniel, 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 Daniel. Jeremy, 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 Jeremy. If God doesn't remember you for 1 second, you die. You not only you die, you disappear from existence. Because death is not stopping from existence. Even after death, God still remembers your soul. And we are in the dhikr of God every single second. So how we are unhappy when we have that watchful gaze on us? You understand? It doesn't make sense that we are unhappy if we know for real that God is watching us. And that's the message in the Quran. Many times God talking to Musa, be patient. You are under our gaze, don't worry. When God spoke to Noah, told him same thing. Make the boat, you are under our gaze, don't worry. The boat is running, is running? Floating under our gaze. When God spoke to Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, people were persecuting him. He told him, "Wasbir li hukmi rabbik fa innaka bi a'yunina." Be patient. You are under our gaze. And God speaking to all humanity through that. You are under our gaze. We are watching you. The name of God is a Basir. The one who watches everything. Is a Sami'a. The one who hears everything. So why we feel then suffocating? No one understands me. No one knows what I'm going through. The one is. The one is. We were sitting in the cafe yesterday with crazy Daniel. And there was the stick muhadra. Now, we took it to another level. He wanted to show me that he was a good student. So, he started paying attention to the music and said, and the music will say, "You are the one, you are the one, you are the one, you are the one." Indeed, you are the one. You are the one who listens. And that's a prayer. And that's the song that our heart should sing every time we make dhikr. You are the one who understands me. You are the one who knows Ar-Rahman Ar-Rahim. You are the one who relates to my pain the most. The society does not, but you do. My mother is limited in that perspective, but you are not limited. My father is limited in that perspective. My father abandoned me, but you never did. Fathers today, we see fathers abandoning their children in this modern society. But God doesn't abandon you for a second, for a moment, for a blink of an eye. He's with you. With His assistance, with His help, with His love, with everything, with His care. Right? We need then what? We need to allow ourselves enjoy the remembrance of God for us. We need to connect, we need to open our ears to God mentioning our name. You understand? We need to open our ears, the ears of our hearts, to the remembrance of God. I mean by that, God mentioning my name. God is talking to you every second, telling you, don't worry, you are not alone. Don't worry, you are not alone. Don't worry, I'm here. Don't worry, go ahead. Don't worry, I'm here. Don't worry, go ahead. Don't worry, ask, I will give. These are all verses from the Quran. When you read the Quran, if you don't read this, you are not reading the Quran. When you do salat, if you don't find this, you are not making salat. That's why the Quran is there, is to give you that message. That's why salat is there. That's why there is something called the remembrance of God. God, every single minute, every single second is telling you that. Don't worry. You are not alone. Don't worry. You don't have to do it on your own. Imagine that child, you give him, boy, you are buying a house now. It's a project. And the child is, he's looking at the bricks like this. I have to build it? I can build a game. But not a house, a real house. No, boy. Well, we are building the house now. Imagine if the boy understands that he will have to build the house on his own. Imagine if the child understands that he will have to start now putting the bricks and building the house on his own. The child will become, and he will start crying. I can't do this. But if, no, child, just help me, just bring the brick. I will build it for you. Just go and find that brick. And the heavy ones, you don't need to carry them. I will carry the heavy ones for you. Just bring the light bricks. Ahla wa sahla. Salam alaikum. How are you? Alaikum salam. Just bring the light bricks. Bring the light bricks. You don't even need to carry the heavy ones. The heavy ones, I will carry them for you. Do you understand the image? Are you following the image? And that's what God is telling us. That's what God is telling us. So we need to hear Him. How could we hear Him? When we remember Him. The dhikr of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will open our ears and hearing, our spiritual hearing. With dhikr of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, our heart won't be deaf anymore. Without dhikr, your heart is deaf. God is telling you, I love 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 you. But because your heart is deaf, close your eye. I'm closing my ears. Tell me, I love you, I love you, I love you. I will look at your eyes. I will see, why she's crying, she must not love me then. If she's, or he's not smiling then, he's not loving me. And you are saying, I love you, I love you. You understand? Same thing. God is telling us, I love you, I love you, I love you. But if the spiritual heart is deaf, we won't be able to hear what God is telling us. How to be able to hear spiritually, how to be able to see spiritually. Dhikr. Dhikr Allah, dhikr, 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 dhikr. You have to make dhikr. You cannot be Muslim without dhikr. You cannot be a human being without making dhikr. You have to make dhikr. That's the answer for all your questions. That is the answer for all the questions. Make dhikr. Make dhikr. You cannot keep thinking God without living God. You cannot keep thinking God because God is not just a thought. The mind wants to think that God is just a thought. Because the mind can only see thoughts. That's the mind. The mind only sees abstract things, thoughts. So for the mind, God is a thought. That's why when the mind embraces this philosophy of relativism, so say God is a relative thought. You understand? But God is more than a thought. God is a reality, is haqq. Allah haqq is not a thought. That's why we have a dhikr. Allah haqq. Allah is not a thought. Allah is a reality. Allah is haqq. Allah is not just a thought that comes across your mind. Ahla wa sahla. Marhaba. Do you understand me? Or you are German? Because German people, they only understand thoughts. They have philosophy. Do you have poetry? Yeah. Do you have beautiful poetry?
Your wife last time recited them.
That's why I'm coming there. You see, Allah haqq, Allah is a reality. Allah is a reality, Allah is real. Allah is not just a thought. You understand? Please, do you understand me? So there is no difference between a Muslim who practices and an atheist if both of them approach God only from the intellectual perspective. Because for the atheist, God is a thought, so it becomes a relative thought. And for the Muslim who practices and is approaching God only from the intellect, from outside, God is a thought. You have to live God. God is a reality that you need to live. God is haqq that you need to live. You have to live God. You have to live God. You have to love and live God. You understand? God is not a tool to give you a solution how to earn more money. Islam is not just a civil code or a plan to make you happier in this life. Islam is how to live in the arms of God. That's Islam. Islam is how to give up being a bad boy, how to give up being troublemaker child, how to give up being resisting, how to give up on your resistance, and to slim and submit, as he said, and submit, trust the loving arms of God, and go in the arms of God and let God carry you. Allow God to carry you. Allow God to carry you. And trust that God is telling you, when God tells you, I love you, trust Him. When God tells you, you are not alone, trust Him. When God tells you, I'm able to do everything for you, trust Him. And live with that. Live on that. You need hope? Dhikr gives you hope. You need tranquility of the heart? Dhikr will give you tranquility of the heart. Now you have difficulty to do dhikr? Run to salat ala Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Connect with the one who, with that beautiful soul that was always making dhikr, and that beautiful soul who felt loved by God the most, Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. When the word Muhammad comes now to your mind, it should not be the man who lived 1500 years ago and maybe he married 13 women and I don't know, one of them was very young and he had 27 battles, and yeah, he was the Prophet of Islam and he got the Quran revelation and one night he won. All of that, that's food for thought. Food for heart now is, who is Muhammad? The happiest human being. The most fulfilled soul. أسعد مخلوقاتك. The most fulfilled soul. You understand? The baby. The baby who trusted God the most. The baby who got nourished by God the most. You understand? The one who trusted God the most. The one who felt loved by God the most. The one who lived God the most. The godly one. Then What is the message that comes to you now? It's possible. If one human being could get there, I only need to connect to that human being and he will take me there. And that's as-salat ala Nabi sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, is to seek that hope coming from the name of Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. So do dhikr and do salat ala Nabi sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, which is the key for dhikr. Which is the key for dhikr. And I believe this is what we need. This is what we need. This is what we need. And this is what you don't have enough in your life. And I can see it on the face of everyone. Tell me the last time you woke up singing God when you woke up. Tell me the last time when you woke up like this, you were like the first thing that came to your heart, Allah, Allah, Alhamdulillah, 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 الذي أحيانا بعدما أماتنا وإليه النشور, Alhamdulillah رب العالمين, أصبحنا وأصبح الملك لله والحمد لله رب العالمين. That's the dhikr of the morning. Today we do it. I have to do my wird. I have to do my dhikr of the morning. If I don't do it, I'm a bad Muslim. That's not the way of doing dhikr. That's not how the Muhammadan heart used to make dhikr. It was spontaneous. He was singing the divine in all his moments. The first thing it comes to the mind when he wakes up, when he sees the sun, أصبحنا وأصبح الملك لله والحمد لله رب العالمين. He wakes up with gratitude. Now when he goes to sleep singing also to God, singing to the divine. بسمك اللهم وضعت جنبي وبسمك اللهم أرفعه. In your name, my most beautiful God, or my loving God. In your name, my loving God. That's the meaning of Allahumma. In your name, my love. Akinji. Assalamu alaikum. أهلا وسهلا. Come here. أهلا. مرحبا. لاباس.
Just waiting for the phone call.
Alhamdulillah. Yeah, if it comes, answer the call. Because this is a call that is more important than your phone call. God's telling you, I love you. tell him I love you too. Tell God I love you too. Alhamdulillah. So, when you go in the night, that's the dhikr of the night. You understand? It's not, I have to do the dhikr of the night, otherwise I'm a bad Muslim. You understand? We wake up praying. The last thing we do after we go to bed is to pray. To say what? To sing to God, to talk to God. When is the last time you did that? When is the last time you woke up chanting God with hope? And you went to bed chanting God with reassurance. I'm ready to go. I'm ready to give up and go. I'm ready to let go. That's sleeping. If you sleep in that meaning, sleeping is the best act of worship. God, I trust you. Carry me. Listen to this music. What is he saying in Turkish? Tell me. Please, can you translate for us? He's exactly saying what I'm saying. I'm sure.
Once time, blah blah blah.
He's not saying blah blah blah. He's talking to God. You understand? You understand? If you sleep in that way, sleeping will be the best act of worship. If you wake up in that way, waking up will be the best act of worship. Eating, you chant God when you eat. Tell me the last time you chanted God before eating. We say Bismillah because it's taboo to not say Bismillah today. You think that the Prophet ﷺ says Bismillah because he had to remind himself it was spontaneous. Because he sees God in everything. Because he is happy. He feels carried by God and cared for by God. Mafhum? Connect to God with dhikr. That's my advice for myself and for all of us. And when, in the end of time, the Prophet ﷺ told us about a group of people who will be persecuted, and their enemy, the Antichrist, it's the time of the Antichrist, their enemy will have power on all material things. So they won't have access to any material food. No dates, no bread, no water, nothing. Nothing green. They will be just in desert, nothing. They cannot eat anything, not even sand. They cannot eat anything. So the companions that asked the Prophet ﷺ said, so how? How are they going to continue living? He said at that time, their food will be tasbih. Their food will be subhanallah, walhamdulillah, wa la ilaha illallah, wallahu akbar. It's very symbolic and it's very powerful. You spoke about material thing? Yes. The spiritual food is the opposite. Which is subhanallah, walhamdulillah, wa la ilaha illallah, wallahu akbar. Do dhikr. It's very easy. For you, subhanallah, walhamdulillah, wa la ilaha illallah, wallahu akbar is difficult. Say astaghfirullah. 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 And when you say astaghfirullah, it doesn't mean only God forgive me, I'm bad. God forgive me, I did something wrong. It means God, thank you for accepting me again. That's astaghfirullah. There's a message of hope in it. Astaghfirullah, astaghfirullah, astaghfirullah. It gives you more hope. No? Say la ilaha illallah, la ilaha illallah, la ilaha illallah, la ilaha illallah. Feed your heart, my sister. Feed your heart, my brother. You need that. You need that. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala inshallah rejuvenate our hearts with dhikr. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala alleviate our burdens with dhikr. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give me and you the possibility to connect to Him with dhikr. Ameen. Ya Arhamar Rahimin. Wa sallallahu alayhi wa Muhammadin wa ala alihi wa ashabihi tayyibin tahirin. Fatiha. Alhamdulillah. Fadl. Alhamdulillah. Comment on this and tell me if you don't find it helpful or it wasn't labé.
J'ai besoin d'une précision. Vous saviez-vous que le problème aujourd'hui, c'est que les musulmans pensent trop avec leur tête, c'est avec leur cœur. Et en fait, en ce qui me concerne, je crois qu'on fait trop le rapport cœur et nafs. Donc, comment on fait la différence?
Comment on fait la différence entre le cœur et le nafs? So the question is, so you mentioned that today, the problem today that, for example, Muslims of today, like the rest of human beings, they think more with their brains, with their heads, and they connect more, identify more to their heads, and they do not identify with their hearts. But when we say heart, what's heart? How about the ego? How about the ego? Isn't the heart and the ego the same thing? What is the heart? What's the ego? The ego is closer to the intellect than to the heart. The ego is closer to the intellect than to the heart. The ego is تفضل. بسم الله. The ego is selfishness. بسم الله. The ego is selfishness. That's ego. The ego is egocentrism. The ego is narcissism. You understand? When we said the brain in the way I was talking, I was not talking about the brain, just the brain, the capacity of thinking, the tool. I'm talking about the Pharaoh. I'm talking about the brain conjugated with the ego. I'm talking about the intellectual conjugated with the ego, the arrogant brain. The arrogant brain that tells you, I see everything, follow me. You don't need to follow anything else. Right? The heart, we are talking about is the spiritual heart. We are not talking about the negative emotions, the selfish emotions that come from the ego. The selfish emotions that come from the ego are always negative. The ego will tell you people don't love you. The ego will tell you you are better than anyone else. The ego will tell you people, they are not giving you your right. وهكذا. That's the ego. You understand? The emotions, barakallahu feekum, the feelings that we are talking about are different. We are talking about the positive feelings. God loves you. You are not alone. You are not on your own. The ego will tell you you are special. You are unique because your eyes are more beautiful than others. Huh? That's why I told you it's the ego with the brain, with the limited brain. هكذا they just make their own. But the heart will tell you are special, you are unique because God loves you, because God created you. It's different paradigm. You understand? So it's not the same. The ego is the entity that disconnects us from God. The ego is illusion. The ego is the illusion of the mind. So when I was talking about the illusioned mind. I was talking about the egotistical mind. I was talking about the egocentric mind. I was talking about the narcissistic mind. That's the ego, and that's the ego basically. That's the nafs. The heart is something else. The heart is you. The heart is a child within you, with no ego. The heart is the haqiqah within you. The heart is the purity within you. You have to feed. You have to feed your heart. And the more you, yes, and actually that was the question that you asked even in the beginning. You said how to see things more clear. Yes. The more you make dhikr, how to find my heart. That was the question that you asked in the beginning, right? You said how to touch the heart, how to find my heart. Absolutely. When you give your heart more food, he will have more energy, and he will send more. He will send more vibration or something. You see, like in the machine, for example, if the battery is weak, if the battery of the phone is very weak, it will send very the signals, barakallahu fikum, the signals won't go far. You understand? But if the battery is well charged, the signals will reach. Same thing for the heart. So if you don't feel your heart, that means because your heart is very weak. Your heart is very weak, weakened. So give him dhikr, give him dhikr, give him dhikr, you will find it. That's why the more we do dhikr, the more we live dhikr, the more beauty we find within ourselves. Inevitably. The more we do, the more we connect to the people of God, the more we find the beauty within ourselves. That's the signals of the heart that get stronger. The more we do dhikr, the more we charge the battery, the more, the higher and the stronger will be the signals of I exist, I'm here, I'm here, I'm here, I'm here, I'm here. And trust me, I'm here, trust me, I'm here, trust me, I'm here. You understand? And then you will just turn to your heart and trust your heart instead of trusting your egotistical mind. That's Allahu A'lam, an image.
So this is about the beauty, to see the beauty, how to deal with the ugly things in this world.
Sorry, Habib?
We was talking a lot about beauty.
Yes.
But how to deal with the ugly things.
How to deal with ugly things. There is nothing ugly, Habib. God is the beauty. Give me one single ugly thing in the absolute. Give me one thing that is ugly, absolutely. Ugliness is not haqq. Ugliness is a thought, that's why it is relative. Ugliness is a thought, it's relative. Beauty is haqq. Ask Kant about it, he will tell you. You understand?
Do you like sugar?
You are sweet enough, but I won't say no. Alhamdulillah. Bismillah.
Put your finger in.
Yeah. Okay? You understand? This is not philosophy, it's true. Think about it, really, think about it. Give me something that is ugly 100%. Absolutely. Shaitan, for example. Sorry? Hate of other people to you? People hating you? Everything. Okay, let us give few examples. People hating you is ugly. Right? But inna ma'al usri yusra. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is telling you, inna ma'al usri yusra. With every ugliness, there is beauty inside. So just uncover the ugliness, you will find the beauty inside. People hate you, you will feel in that moment that when you feel hated by everyone around you, that's actually the golden opportunity to feel more loved by God than any other moment. The weather is very stormy outside. When you go in your home, when there is a huge storm outside, you will taste the warmth of your home. You'll find, wow, home, sweet home. Because it's so ugly outside, right?
Mhm.
Your sin, the sin will give you the door, will open the door to the sweetness of reconciliation. And a personal experience, I lived with my mom, a certain level of love, until the day I yelled at her. And something got broken, got shaken in our relationship. I yelled at my mom and broke something and slammed the door and I left. When I came back after that, it's a different experience of love now. Same thing happened with my wife. And after every single fight, there is a deeper love. A deeper, more profound dimension of love. You understand? The sin that you do will give you access if you live it. If you live it, it will give you access after that, what we call tawbah, to return. And Allah is at-tawwab, is the of returning. He's the one who returns often. He's the one who, So when the tawbah, the sweetness of tawbah is much sweeter than doing things right since the beginning. Right? What else? Hating others is ugly. Yes. What comes after that? The awakening, rediscovering love after hatred, rediscovering forgiveness after rancor. Wow. You understand? It's like rain after drought. It's like sun after 7 months of grayness. Like in some parts of Germany or Sweden. Nafu? Give me another example. Satan. Ugly. Had not been for Satan, we wouldn't be able to taste this sweetness of tawbah every single time. Had not been for the bitterness of sin, we wouldn't be able to taste the sweetness of repentance. So give me something that is ugly absolutely.
We give up. We have no chance.
Ugliness is a thought. If you want to get stuck to that thought, then it's up to you. But if you want to live the reality of love of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, ugliness is but an episode. Very relative episode. Move, khalas, ugliness will be after night comes the day, after day comes the night, وهكذا. Moves. Move on. Move on. طيب. The lutf of Allah subhanahu and the dhikr will help you to see the beauty within ugliness. The dhikr will help you to see the sound of God within the sound of motors of cars and engines and stress. And in our modern time, we have access to a higher and more profound message of love from God, I believe, than people who lived before us. Search for it, you'll find it. You understand? I'll give you an example. If someone lives next to his mother and someone lives in another town far, sometimes when you live far away, you have more access to the love of your mother than the one who lives with her every day. Right? Right? Yeah? Okay, so come back. and you have a surprise for you. Yeah, by the way, by the end, I want to announce some good news for you. We have a second wedding today. Today, before sunset. Bismillah. So, على كل حال, no, I'm not going to force. But we believe in democracy. We'll have a second vote. We'll have a second vote. Alhamdulillah. طيب. مفهوم? It's this is not theory. These are not just beautiful words. If you see them just beautiful words, please let me know. Please tell me. If you just see them only beautiful words, so what? Feel free to tell me. That means I have to work more in bringing these realities in my life. So when I talk about them, you feel something, not only you think something. Yes.
I just wanted to ask if someone is doing dhikr, but around you is a very bad situation, like loud sounds.
Home sweet home.
Yeah, when you're home.
Home sweet home. Let it be. سقف بيتي حديد ركن بيتي حجر فاصفي يا رياح واطلي يا مطر. That was a song that we learned, the first song we learned in the school. So the ant is saying, the ant goes into her home. How home? And she's whole. The ant is whole, alhamdulillah, safe, and goes and will be singing سقف بيتي حديد ركن بيتي حجر فاصفي يا رياح واهطلي يا مطر. The roof of my house is made of iron. The corner of my house is made of hard stone. So, rain, keep falling. Storms, keep storming. I'm safe. You understand? Find that hole within your heart and go there inside. Find home within yourself. We cannot keep homeless. We cannot keep holeless, unwhole. You understand? Find home. You have to be the home of yourself. You have to have home. You understand? It's not the physical home that will give you home. It's not the husband that will give you shelter. It's not the wife that will give you shelter. It's not the friend. If you are not shelter for your own self, you are homeless. You understand? You have to love yourself and you have to become the home of yourself. You have to allow your heart to feel safe within yourself. Your heart is persecuted within you now. It's not feeling at home. We have to allow our hearts to feel at home. My heart, you're at home. You are the Sultan. You can run it, please. You understand? Our hearts today are begging, are asking for papers, and we are, no, don't. You are immigrants. Stay. Where are you coming from? The world of the unseen, coming to this world, and The brain is managing it. No, this is my domain. Open the doors of your life to your heart. You understand? Accept your heart in your life. And tell your heart, feel home. You are the owner. We are only serving you here. Bismillah. You understand? You have to feel whole. Find that hole and go inside it and feel home and alhamdulillah. If you don't feel safe with your own self, even if everyone around you are giving you that feeling, you won't be able to taste it. You understand? We see today people are paranoid and anxious, etc., and everyone around them is treating them nice. So why you are paranoid? What's paranoying you? What's persecuting you? Their own selves. You understand? Their own selves. Do you feel it? It's not understand it. Does it touch the heart? Do you see what I'm saying? Allow your heart to feel home. Allow your heart to feel home. Allow your heart to feel home. And again, dhikrullah. You see, what we are talking about will be just, empty talk if you do not do dhikr. Please do dhikr. That's the crisis. The crisis that we have today is dhikr is missing. Dhikr is missing. To the point that the nature is missing dhikr. Everything is missing dhikr. We need more dhikr.
Can you give us
Yes.
Practical advices for dhikr?
Yes, I will, inshallah, bin al-Ali, give you that. But before, I wanted to end with that and give you a few instructions for those who want to make dhikr and have some dhikr. Before that, if there is any other question. Labbayk.
I guess I read a hadith where was saying that if someone is acting arrogant or with pride, then the Muslim have to answer it with pride too. Like,
Yes, Bismillah.
And I didn't understand this quote, how, what's the
Beautiful.
meaning of that?
Beautiful. Thank you for asking that question. And remind me of the Surah 93, 94. Just tell me 93, 94. I will get it. Just tell me Alam Nashrah. I will get it when I give you the dhikr, okay? So the question is very beautiful. Often we teach people about arrogance is not good, takabbur is not good. I gave khutbah in Toulouse, in France, in Blagnac, about kibr and takabbur, and it's very good in French. You can go and have access to it in French. Actually, you are privileged. See, something good, being the minority. So you will be able to get something that none of them gets. It's actually a very beautiful sermon, and it's not because I said it, but it's very, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala helped us to say something very beautiful about arrogance and the danger of it. Maybe because I know the bitterness of it. I went through that. But you see, so and we mentioned everything about arrogance, etc., etc. And exactly one of these people came and said, but arrogance is good sometimes and we have to practice it. I said, how? He said, God, there is a hadith, the Prophet ﷺ says that التكبر على المتكبرين عبادة. Being arrogant with those who are arrogant is a beautiful act of worship. Feeling Subhanallah. First of all, it's not a hadith. Number two, I will accept it. I endorse it, 100%. Even if it is not a hadith, it's a gem actually, it's a piece of wisdom. But let us understand it. What's the best way to takabbur? Takabbur means what? Doesn't mean to become arrogant. Takabbur means to it comes from to be bigger. Kabura in Arabic means big. So there is takabbur, the mutakabbirin, people that want to feel bigger than us, with what? So for example, the child wants to show that he is bigger than the adult. He comes and stands on the table. Huh? I'm taller than you. Maybe he will give you a slap. I'm stronger than you. Maybe he'll start showing his muscles like that. Now if his mother wants to show him that she's bigger than him, I will give you two reactions and you will tell me which of both reactions is more bigger. Which of the two reactions will prove to the child, will give to the child the right message that his mother is bigger than him. The first message is to, I'm bigger than you. Come down. Huh? And she will stand up on the stove or on the fridge because she can climb more. Huh? Right? Or, boy, yes, thank you. Give him a kiss, give him a hug, and take him down. Which of the two reactions proves to the boy that the mother is bigger than him? Huh? You got your answer, Sayyidi? That's how we should practice it. Takabbur is not to be arrogant, Sayyidi. Doesn't mean if someone says, like this to me, I have to say more. To make him. What kind of takabbur is that? I'm just going in his game. If someone is trying to excite, say it in German, provoke me. If I get provoked, I'm going with his game. You understand? If people today, they're trying to make us angry, and the more they may pinch us, you understand? They're trying to make us feel hated. They're trying to make us, and we get angry and we get mutakabbir, and these people are trying to feel superior, so we'll make it like that. No. There is another hadith. They say it is a hadith, but it is not, but I will take it. Say, ضيقوا عليهم الطريق. Make the path narrow for them. So some people, they take it literally. Say, if a Muslim and a kafir, they come in the path, they are walking in the street, so the Muslim has to make like this, so the kafir will find the path narrow for himself, so he cannot. Some people are practicing it, see? Wow, you did not see them? Some ETs today, really, it's ajib. They come and even in the prayer they make like this, so to make you feel okay, something to make you feel. Really, they eat and they become so large, so to make and the beard goes like this too, and everything goes like really so wide, so you really feel, oh wow, threatened. You see? And they try to make the path narrow, and so, yeah, you have to make the path narrow, Pharaoh. What kind of path? What is the path that we need to make it narrower? The path of arrogance. Make the path narrower for them. Don't give them more. Because if you answer with arrogance, they will become even more arrogant. ضيق عليهم الطريق. Respond with a smile. You'll break all their strategy. This is not a theory, this is how Rasulullah ﷺ practiced it. Give me one single time in the hadith when Rasulullah ﷺ, someone insulted him, he insulted him with a bigger insult. Give me one time. Give me one time, even in a hadith da'if, even in these people who are give me one time. The Prophet ﷺ answered with insult. We know he is actually described that لا يزيده جهل الجاهل إلا حلما. The arrogance of the arrogant one only increases him in tolerance and forbearance and goodness. That's تكبر. تكبر بالكبير سبحانه وتعالى. هم يتكبرون بالصغير، نحن نتكبر بالكبير. To be bigger, yes, that's magnanimity. So takabbur in Arabic means also magnanimity. So when you say Allah al-Mutakabbir, it's one of the names of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. It's the arrogant. One of the beautiful names of Allah is the arrogant. It means the magnanimous. The magnanimous. You know what's the magnanimous? The one who lets go. I'm big. The more you are able to forgive, the more you are able to let go, you are kabir. You understand? Some husbands today, they enter to the house and this is missing, this is missing, this is missing. And their wives, at some point, they will, you are OCD, you are you have an obsessive compulsive disorder. Where running after small things and you are bothered by every single thing that is small. That means you are big or small. That's lack of maturity. You understand? So the more big you are, the bigger you are, the more ability you'll be able to let go of things and tolerate things. You understand? You tolerate everything. I'm not threatened. I'm not threatened. Why would I just smile, I will see. May Allah protect them, may Allah guide them. I won't feel like... You understand? In the practice of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, we have many occasions, many stories. One day, he was walking alaihi salatu wasalam in the street, and the man came to him and took him from his coat alaihi salatu wasalam, until blood came from his neck. He took him like this. A man came and took him like this in public. The Prophet ﷺ took him like this, like you take a camel or a cow or and he told him, you are the most stingy man I have met, like your family. You and your family are stingy people, are untrustworthy people. Umar was there and he was shocked and said, Rasulullah, you allow him to do... Rasulullah said, Umar said, why my brother? You are telling me this? Said, you did not pay me. You borrowed money from me and you have to pay me back. Rasulullah told him, okay, right, we'll pay you. When was the deadline? Said, deadline is in 3 days. Said, we still have 3 days. But okay, I will pay you now. And Rasulullah smiled to Umar and he told him, Umar, we don't need that. That's not the strategy. Another time, now the grandchild of Rasulullah Ali Zain al-Abidin al-Hussein, he was sitting and the man was insulting him. The more the man insults him, the more he smiles to him and tells him, Jazakallah khair, thank you. At some point the man got so, tell him, I'm talking to you. And Imam Ali Zain al-Abidin tell him, I am forgiving you. Which one is bigger? Tell me. Now if Imam Ali Zain al-Abidin decided, how could you insult us, the children of the Prophet? I will show you. I will make you regret the day you did this to me. Come here. Cut his neck. He won't be different than Hajjaj or Muawiyah or Yazid. He will be like these people. He won't be Ali Zain al-Abidin. He won't be any different than tyrants in their tyranny, who cut heads just to get so. Astaghfirullah, ala kulli hal, we mentioned Muawiyah is a companion. We shouldn't mention him like that, but he was a king and he had, it's not the same. You see, So تكبر على المتكبرين is to be bigger than their smallness. You understand? And that's what we should practice today. Let us be bigger than this, honestly. Be bigger than this game. And that's why we say Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar. To become bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. To be able to, really, people, they need Allahu Akbar, that's the adhan. Let us be more Akbar. تخلقوا بأخلاق الله. Look, since when God is, anything small we do, let's go, forgive us, forbears. Then they will feel small in front of us. If we do that, you understand? Imagine someone who tried to hurt you all his life, all his life, and then he only saw beautiful things from you. But even if he is, at the end, he will just give up and say, SubhanAllah, that man is true. You understand? تكبر على المتكبر ضيقوا عليهم الطريق also means don't let their strategy work. Even when Rasulullah ﷺ responded with war, with defending and with the military thing, that was another context, and it was to send the same message. It was to send the same message. فعلى كل حال, that's the meaning of the hadith, Sidi. Takabbur doesn't mean to be arrogant. Takabbur means to be bigger. To send the right message. To send them the message that you are bigger. Send them the message that you are bigger. Yeah? In some context, you have to stop the person from being small. Just stop now. That's it. In some context. But it's not with excitement and over-excitement and excess. No, just that's how we understand the hadith. Right?
93 and 94.
93 and 94. Yeah, the...
Später, wenn du den Zickel geben verstehst.
Huh?
I don't know.
Okay, it's fine.
Sorry.
What did he tell you?
You told me later when you want to give us a zikr.
Yeah, this is it.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, you still have questions? Yes, please.
Your favorite story what's your absolute favorite story of the Prophet?
My favorite story of the Prophet ﷺ. MashaAllah, all his stories are favorite. All his stories are like most favorite. What is not most favorite in his stories, ﷺ? What is not most favorite? Really. Everything about him is most. There is no comparison. Really, what is not full moon in the full moon? What is not full moon in the full moon? What is not the most beautiful in the most beautiful? I have to think. I have to think. Really, I can't answer this one. What's not most beautiful in the most beautiful? Really? What is? What would be less beautiful? I mean, all his moments, they were 100% fulfilled. How could you compare? You understand? All his moments were perfect. Perfect beauty. All his actions were perfect beauty. All his interactions were perfect beauty. How are we? salAllahi, alaihi, sallam taslim. I would choose a story for this subject, though. It's not because it's my favorite. All his stories are my favorite. The ones I know and the ones I don't know. Because all his moments, he lived his days to the fullest. And he lived his moments to the fullest. And he lived the beauty of his Lord in his life to the fullest. But one of the stories I will invest for this session are talking about the stress of life and how to respond to the stress of life. I will select the story of the hijra, when he was walking with Abu Bakr radiallahu anhu, and Abu Bakr was often turning back to see if there is anyone following, but Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam was not turning his head back, he was just going. He was just walking. Abu Bakr was feeling unsafe from time to time and feeling that he has to do his job of being the guard and guardian of the Prophet ﷺ out of love and care for the Prophet ﷺ. And Rasulullah ﷺ was just walking. He did not see behind, nothing. This story gives us the balance, because the conclusion of the story is not, okay, look, the Prophet is better than Abu Bakr. Absolutely, we know. The maqam of the Prophet ﷺ, the station of the behavior of the Prophet ﷺ is better, is more mature than the behavior of Abu Bakr. Absolutely, we know. That's the Prophet and that's Abu Bakr radiallahu anhu. That's not the conclusion. That's not the conclusion though. That's not what we are looking for, because the Prophet and Abu Bakr are one, are not two. Within you have to have the Prophet and Abu Bakr. You have to have the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam and Abu Bakr. The Prophet and Abu Bakr. Abu Bakr has to be the servant, the caretaker, the guardian of the Prophet. But the Prophet has to trust fully and not rely on Abu Bakr. Let Abu Bakr do his job. And when Abu Bakr gets worried, the Prophet told him what? لا تحزن إن الله معنا. Don't worry, God is with us. Let Abu Bakr do his efforts. And the efforts of Abu Bakr are limited. But let Abu Bakr invest himself in loving the Prophet. You see? Let Abu Bakr invest all his intelligence in, all his tactics in fulfilling, in taking care of the Prophet. Not in becoming independent from the Prophet. Not fighting the Prophet. Not proving that he knows more than the Prophet. You understand? Are you seeing my hands? This is Abu Bakr. This is the Prophet. Your brain, your intellect needs to become the siddiq of your heart. The faithful friend of your heart. Not the enemy of your heart. Not the one who wants to prove to your heart, I know more than you. So that's the relationship, that's the balance. That's the beauty of it. You understand? That's the beauty of it. That's the balance of the human being. That's the balance of the human being. The Prophet and Abu Bakr. Abu Bakr and the Prophet. Anything. And that kind of relationship makes a human being a truly happy human being. That's the most harmonious relationship ever. If I ask you what's the most harmonious relationship that God has created on earth, you have to answer Muhammad and Abu Bakr. That's the most harmonious relationship. He said it, sallallahu alaihi wasallam, you have to believe him. Muhammad is the heart. The heart now shouldn't rely on the mind. Shouldn't expect anything from the mind. But the heart should appreciate any effort that the mind does welcomes any advice that the mind gives. And if the mind is getting too worried, the heart needs to, don't worry. God is with us. Follow me. Understand? Follow my direction. That's it. That's all what you need. Mafhum? In this trip, the Prophet was walking ahead. In the journey of life, the migration to God, the heart, and migration in a stressful situation. They were persecuted. Huh? طيب? So in this situation, you have to trust your heart and follow your heart. Let the mind do what he can do, but the heart should send the message of reassurance, and the heart should not, okay, Abu Bakr, are they following? Abu Bakr, hey, Abu Bakr, maybe they're following us? Abu Bakr, did you see very well, Abu Bakr? Did you use all your tools? Abu Bakr, hey, don't sleep. Are you sleeping? That's our situation today. That's why our heart is not finding any peaceful moment. And then, we are betraying Abu Bakr in that way. The heart will be betraying the mind in that way. Because that's not what the mind is expecting from the heart. That's not what Abu Bakr is expecting from Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. That's not what Abu Bakr was needing from Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. He needed, don't worry, I'm with you. Don't worry, God is with us. So if our heart is not fed, if our heart is not well trusting God, if our heart is not well empowered, if our heart is not feeling the tranquility, if our heart is not making dhikr, you understand? When our mind needs help, our heart won't be able to give him that help. And that's the crisis. That's the crisis. Then you find people fall into anxiety, etc. Because it's normal that the mind from time to time gets itchy. Huh? It's normal. It's the skin. What's the brain? It's flesh, it's the skin. It's normal for the skin to get itchy from time to time. It's normal. It's normal that your head gets itchy and it's normal. It's normal. But when it gets itchy, if the heart is ready, if the heart is a good doctor, then don't worry. You will give him a caress and continue. But if the heart is not ready, the heart will get itchy. And when the heart gets itchy, Mitsubishi, you're done. When the heart gets itchy, khalas, you're done. You're Mitsubishi now. Huh? What's the meaning of Mitsubishi?
It's a car.
Yeah, but what's the meaning? It has a meaning. It has a meaning.
It ends.
Huh?
It ends, so Mitsubishi doesn't.
Wallah, I'm telling you, go and find the meaning of Mitsubishi, you will
That's
understand.
very true.
You will understand my message. The end of the game.
End of the game.
When the mind gets itchy, Mitsubishi. When the heart gets itchy, khalas, it's done. It's over. Game over. May Allah protect us. That's the real crisis. Huh? In Japanese, is it Japanese?
It's Japanese
Yeah,
and
it's
it means rauchen.
Huh?
Drei Raupen.
Huh?
Like
This
it means
one,
a symbol.
this symbol, this one.
Yeah.
Is a
Three
raupen.
like squares. Mitsubishi means three
keys,
squares
arm keys.
because of the symbol.
That's 3 squares. That's death. Like the cross, right? Crucifixion, Trinity. Khalas, done. Mitsubishi. طيب. So the heart shouldn't become square, the heart should be round, circle. وهكذا. طيب, that's the story that very symbolic for our context, and that's how we should work. We should, and so from where Rasulullah ﷺ was taking his trust, not from the mind, he was taking his trust from knowing that God is with him. So we need to really find that message. Don't worry. Oh my mind, don't worry, God is with us. Oh my mind, don't get so itchy. Oh my mind, this day is going to go, and after day comes the night. After the night comes another day. Oh my mind, don't worry. Since when things are stuck in the same place? Oh my mind, since when you saw the sun stuck in its place? Oh my mind, the sun goes and travels, and it's a journey, it's a big journey. Oh my mind, don't worry. This universe has a big master who created you and created him. Oh my mind, these places, in these places, in this place, there was a great people at some point, and after that they got destroyed, and after that another people came. Oh my mind, after despair comes hope. Oh my mind, after death comes life. Oh my mind, it's not the end. Oh my mind, God is with us. Oh my mind, God is the end. Material things are just, it's a context, but God is the text. وهكذا. God is not a pretext, God is the text in the context. It's not the pretext to justify the context with. Oh my mind. إن الله معنا. ثاني اثنين إذ هما في الغار when they are in the cave. إذ يقول صاحب لا تحزن إن الله معنا. And actually that's the story that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala mentions in the Quran about the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. That's يعني one of them. So yeah, I would say that's the story for our time. Very symbolic. حفظكم الله, may Allah protect you. Talking about this, from where Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam was driving or was tell me, not extracting, puiser, sourcing. From where Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam was sourcing that tranquility in the midst of the storm, that hope in the midst of despair, that calm in the midst of worries, that magnanimity in the midst of vengeance and bitterness, that sweetness in the midst of bitterness. From where? From where he brought all of that? Where did he find it? Where? In the Wahy. So, Abu Bakr got it from the Prophet. Abu Bakr got it from the Prophet. The message of don't worry. Abu Bakr heard it from the Prophet. But the Prophet heard it from whom? Who told the Prophet don't worry? So there is a sanad, there is a chain of transmission. So God told Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, don't worry, I'm with you. I will never abandon you. Your Lord have never forsaken you. وَالضُّحَى وَاللَّيْلِ إِذَا سَجَدَ. O Muhammad, O Prophet, contemplate the clarity of the day. And after that the night comes. But after that another day will come. وَالضُّحَى وَاللَّيْلِ إِذَا سَجَدَ. It's but a context. The day and night is but a context. But during the day and during the night, your Rabb, your caretaker, has never forsaken you and has never abandoned you. That's the message in وَالضُّحَى 93, Surah 93. That's the treasure of the Quran. وَالضُّحَى وَاللَّيْلِ إِذَا سَجَى مَا وَدَّعَكَ رَبُّكَ وَمَا قَلَى. Your Lord, your caretaker, your father. In German, Vater means father at the same time. I'm not inviting you to become Christians, but I'm inviting you to really taste the sweetness of that name. Because he's more caring. We don't call God Father or Father today. It's not because he's less loving than the Father. Because he's more loving than the Father. It's not enough to describe his fatherhood. It's not enough. It will limit him to talk him father or mother. But God is more than the father, more than the mother, more than the brother, more than the sister, more than all of them together. Al-Fatir subhanahu wa ta'ala. The Father. The Father. Fatara means to bring something from the non-existence to the existence. That's the Father, the origin. That's in German, you say Vater?
Yeah.
So, Al-Fatir subhanahu wa ta'ala, the one he is telling you, he's telling the heart, he's telling the Prophet within you. Look at the context. The context changes. During the middle of the day, the most beautiful moment of the day, materially speaking, and the middle of the night, the most scary moment of the day, materially speaking, for God is the same. For God is the same. Today you are rich. The moment you are very rich, the moment you are very poor, the moment you are receiving a newborn baby, the moment you are burying your child, for God is the same. For God is the same. That's just a context. But the message of love from God never changed. It's the same. In this moment, like in that moment, مَا وَدَّعَكَ رَبُّكَ وَمَا قَلَى. In the moment of the day, like in the moment of the night, in the moment of ease, like in the moment of difficulty, your Lord, your caretaking Father, your Lord who takes care of you, never forsaken you and never abandoned you. وَالضُّحَى وَاللَّيْلِ إِذَا سَجَى مَا وَدَّعَكَ رَبُّكَ وَمَا قَلَى. And no, the paradigm, وَلَلْآخِرَةُ خَيْرٌ لَكَ مِنَ الْأُولَى. And what's yet to come is better for you than what happened. Look at that positive message. When you think of the future, be optimist. And what's yet to come is better for sure than what happened. Things they go up. Things they go better and better. They never go worse and worse. And what's yet to come after death is much better than this material life. وَالْآخِرَةُ خَيْرٌ لَكَ مِنَ الْأُولَى. وَلَسَوْفَ يُعْطِيكَ رَبُّكَ فَتَرْضَى. Again, look at this message of hope again and again. And your caretaking Lord will certainly give you until you are pleased. And continue the message of hope. وَلَسَوْفَ يُعْطِيكَ رَبُّكَ فَتَرْضَى. And after that, the caretaking Lord is reminding the Prophet ﷺ and telling him, أَلَمْ يَجِدْكَ يَتِيمًا فَآوَى. Didn't he find you orphan and he provided shelter for you? وَوَجَدَكَ ضَالًا فَهَدَى. And he found you lost and he guided you? وَوَجَدَكَ عَائِلًا فَأَغْنَى. And he found you needy, then he fulfilled your needs? You understand? That's the strength. From that strength, Rasulullah ﷺ was finding his strength to give to Abu Bakr. And God is giving us that message constantly. And when we make dhikr, that's the message that's the voice of God. We said before that the heart is, without dhikr the heart is what? The heart is dead. Or cannot read. To help the heart listen to this voice of hope, you have to always have, if you want to be a good Abu Bakr, you have to always have a second plan. Sayyidi, if the camera doesn't work, you have a cell phone that works. It works. But, alhamdulillah, inshallah, the hearts of these brothers and sisters are not relying on your recording, inshallah. They will live this moment and they will get the most in this moment, inshallah. طيب, مفهوم? So, you have to keep sending yourself that message because God is sending you that message. With dhikr, you'll have access to the treasure of trust. You understand? With dhikr, you will have access to that treasury of I'm taking care of. And after that, God is putting His hand on your heart and is telling you, أَلَمْ نَشْرَحْ لَكَ صَدْرَكَ. Hadn't we? It comes immediately after that. These are the two chapters, surahs of hope. Ajib. Hadn't we opened your heart and expanded your heart? Means hadn't we alleviate your stress? That's the meaning. Hadn't we alleviate? Hadn't we removed all your stress and alleviate all your burdens? وَوَضَعْنَا عَنْكَ وِزْرَكَ الَّذِي أَنْقَضَ ظَهْرَكَ. Your burdens that are weighing so heavy on your shoulders. فَإِنَّ مَعَ الْعُسْرِ يُسْرًا. إِنَّ مَعَ الْعُسْرِ يُسْرًا. Within every difficulty, there is ease. Within, not after, within, and twice Allah repeats it. Not after, it will come. No. Within, in the midst of every difficulty, there is yusra, there is ease. Within every difficulty, there is ease. We need this message. With this message, the Prophet was the Prophet ﷺ. And when the Prophet ﷺ allowed his heart to listen to this message, he was ready to teach Abu Bakr and to give a positive message to Abu Bakr when Abu Bakr needed that message. And it worked. And the journey was successful. And they arrived to Medina. And people were with their drums. طَلَعَ الْبَدْرُ عَلَيْنَا. The mission was successful. Imagine if the heart was not ready. Imagine if the mind was not faithful. Imagine if the mind, no, this direction. Follow me, no, follow me, no, follow me. No, follow me. Imagine, khalas, whoa, divorce between the heart and mind. Between the heart and mind. Right? You see that in your life many times, right? Imagine if Abu Bakr was not the Siddiq. And imagine if they are following us. Following us. We're lost. Abu Bakr is worried and the message, we're done. Oh, no. Hey, maybe is there some hope for us, Prophet? No, we are done. Khalas, done. Many times we are in that situation. The mind is searching for some hope in the heart, and the heart is dead. So it was, no, we're done. No hope anymore. My brain, we're done. We're doomed. We're cursed. You see, you understand? Many times it is like that. Feed your heart with the positive message that God is giving you, and we have access to that treasury of positive message through the dhikr of Allah. Remember Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Udhkurullah yadhkurkum. Remember Allah, you will get access to His remembrance. The instructions of dhikr. Yeah, we did it already. Where were you?
okay.
We did Alam Nashrah.
Tamam.
Where were you? You did not hear?
I thought you want to give us a zikr from.
Yeah, I gave you Alam Nashrah. So, if you know Alam Nashrah Laka Sadrak, now, my brothers, my sisters, if you know Alam Nashrah Laka Sadrak, if you memorize it, massage your heart with it. It's an exercise that actually helps a lot. Whenever you feel worried, put your right hand on your chest and recite to yourself Alam Nashrah Laka Sadrak with this message. With the message that God is with you, and understand the meaning the way we presented it. Huh? Hadn't we removed your anxiety many times? وهكذا. Read to your heart and وَشَحْ لَكَ صَدْرَكَ. If you memorize Ayat al-Kursi, Allahu la ilaha illa hu al-Hayy al-Qayyum, read it to yourself again and again and again and again. Because what we know, Allahu la ilaha illa hu al-Hayy al-Qayyum, we know that God is over everything and God is able to do everything, and everything depends on God, and God doesn't depend on anything, and He's able to do it for you like this. وَسَعَ كُرْسِيُّهُ السَّمَاوَاتِ وَالْأَرْضِ. Right. If you memorize these two surahs, you have to celebrate these two surahs in your life. If you don't memorize them, you have to start memorizing them. The priority is Ayat al-Kursi number 1, and after that Alam Nashrah. These two surahs, we need them. We need them. We need them. One of them is the master of the Quran. The other one is the key for hope in the Quran. إِنَّ مَعَ الْعُسْرِ يُسْرًا إِنَّ مَعَ الْعُسْرِ يُسْرًا. طيب. Connect yourselves to these two surahs. Connect yourselves to the Quran through these two surahs. You are not going to be able to memorize the whole Quran or to recite it all. These two surahs, celebrate them more and more and more. After every salat, every time you pray, recite Ayat al-Kursi after it, and put your right hand on your chest and recite Alam Nashrah Laka Sadrak to your heart. With that, or until you memorize that, send yourself the same message of Ayat al-Kursi and Alam Nashrah Laka Sadrak through the dhikr that is more simple. The dhikr that we did together. Subhanallahi walhamdulillahi wa la ilaha illallah wallahu akbar wa la hawla wa la quwwata illa billahi al-ali al-azim. Subhanallahi walhamdulillahi wa la ilaha illallah wallahu akbar wa la hawla wa la quwwata illa billahi al-ali al-azim. Everything is there. Subhanallah, God is transcendent. God is above. Walhamdulillahi, thanks God. Gratitude. Allahu Akbar, God is bigger than everything. Huh? La ilaha illallah, God is my only focus. La hawla wa la quwwata illa billahi al-azim. My strength and my power, I will get them from God. Alhamdulillah. طيب. With Astaghfirullah, Astaghfirullah, Astaghfirullah. That's another dhikr that you should have in your life. I run to God, I run to God, I run to God. Huh? God is forgiving, God is forgiving, God is forgiving. And you have to have a minimum of Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. You have to have a minimum of Allahumma salli ala Sayyidina Muhammad wa ali Sayyidina Muhammad. A minimum of salat ala Nabi. Connect yourself to yourself. Connect your Muhammad, your baby Muhammad within you, to Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. When you make salat al Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam, the child, the baby Muhammad in your heart will become bigger and bigger, bigger. You'll find Muhammad within you sallallahu alaihi wasallam. The one who trusts God the most, the one who relies on God the most, and the one who is most fulfilled and who feels reassured by God the most. Say Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. So you have at least the Muslim needs to have 100 times La ilaha illallah per day. Very easy. La ilaha illallah, La ilaha illallah, La ilaha illallah 100 times. And that's the minimum. Start with the minimum. 100 times La ilaha illallah, La ilaha illallah. And when you say La ilaha illallah, think that the only one I should be seeking is Allah. The only one who deserves my love is Allah. The only one who could do it for me is Allah. The only one who could make me happy is Allah. La ilaha illallah, la ilaha illallah, la ilaha illallah, la ilaha illallah. And you need 100 times astaghfirullah because we are sinful. We need hope. When we make sins they come with despair. When you say astaghfirullah, the istighfar gives you hope that God actually is able to forgive you and give you another chance. Astaghfirullah, 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 astaghfirullah. And you need another 100 times. Allahumma salli ala habibi Muhammad wa alihi wa sallam. Allahumma salli ala habibi Muhammad wa alihi wa sahbihi wa sallam. Or Allahumma salli ala Sayyidina Muhammad wa ali Sayyidina Muhammad. Or Allahumma salli ala Sayyidina Muhammad wa alihi wa sahbihi wa sallam. Or salAllahu ala Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. In any way you can say it. Or in your language, in German, the meaning of God connect my heart to the heart of Muhammad. That's the meaning. If you cannot say it in Arabic, but try to say it in Arabic. If you cannot, say it in German. And this is the minimum you start with. 300 times a day. 100 times La ilaha illallah to send yourself all that message. 100 times astaghfirullah to send yourself the message of hope after sins. And 100 times, so 100 times La ilaha illallah to send yourself the message of the power of God over everything. So this context is nothing for God. 100 times astaghfirullah to send yourself that your sins are nothing for God. You understand? Because what are the two things that are oppressing us? Our sins and our limits. So to your limits, say La ilaha illallah, La ilaha illallah, La ilaha illallah, La ilaha illallah. Or Subhanallah, walhamdulillah, wa la ilaha illallah, wallahu akbar, la hawla wa la quwwata illa billahi al-azim. To your limits, say that. To your sins, say astaghfirullah, 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 astaghfirullah. And to be able to do this in the best of ways, say Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. Connect yourself to the one who lived this hope in God the most and in the best manner. Allahumma salli ala Sayyidi wa Habibi Muhammad wa ala alihi wa sahbihi tahirin. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen. So let us do it together. It's very short. Sidi Daniel, is this an artistic touch that you have chosen this angle? Usually people, they put the camera like that.
Yeah, but this would be too far.
Good. Sidi Daniel has always his way of doing things. Alhamdulillah, inshallah, it's good. So people will be able to enjoy looking at my face from the side. It's a bit weird, but it's beautiful. So we'll give them some look.
Yeah, maybe.
Salam alaikum. It's different. It's beautiful. So let us make 100 times La ilaha illallah, 100 times astaghfirullah, and 100 times Allahumma salli ala Sayyidina Muhammad wa ala alihi wa sahbihi sallam. And we'll start with 100 times astaghfirullah. And when we do the 100 times astaghfirullah, we are sending our heart the message that our sins are nothing for God. Our sins are nothing for God. Say it in German. Say it loud. Say it loud. Our sins are nothing for God. He can forgive them like this.
Our sins are nothing for God.
Yeah. Our sins, even if they are big, huge, even if we did the dangerous sins, they are nothing for God. He could forgive them like this. Say it in German.
Unsere Sünden sind nichts bei Gott.
Ganz gleich, wie groß sie sind.
Ganz gleich, wie groß sie sind.
Say it louder.
Unsere Sünden sind nichts bei Gott, ganz gleich, wie groß sie sind.
Astaghfirullah, 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 astaghfirullah. 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 Astaghfirullah, 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 astaghfirullah. Astaghfirullah, 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 astaghfirullah. Astaghfirullah, 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 astaghfirullah. Move your lips with it. Astaghfirullah, astaghfirullah. Chant it. Astaghfirullah. It's the song of hope. Astaghfirullah, astaghfirullah, astaghfirullah. Give yourself hope and say astaghfirullah. Astaghfirullah, 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 astaghfirullah. Astaghfirullah, astaghfirullah, astaghfirullah. Destroy your sins one by one and say astaghfirullah, 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 astaghfirullah. Imagine your sins collapsing one after the other. Astaghfirullah, 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 astaghfirullah. Remove your clouds of despair and say astaghfirullah, 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 you move. Astaghfirullah, astaghfirullah. Astaghfirullah, 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 to the big sins. Astaghfirullah, 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 to the voice of despair when it gets louder. Astaghfirullah, 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 astaghfirullah. My 100 is longer than your 100. Astaghfirullah, 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 astaghfirullah. Astaghfirullah, 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 astaghfirullah al-azim min al-dhunub wal-khataya wa atubu ilayh. Now, you seek this hope from the connection with Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and you say, Allahumma salli ala Sayyidina Muhammadin wa alihi wa sahbihi wa sallim. اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد وآله وصحبه وسلم. 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 اللهم صل على حبيبي 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 محمد وآله وصحبه وسلم. صلى الله على محمد صلى الله عليه 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 وسلم. اللهم صل على محمد. اللهم صل عليه وسلم. اللهم صل على محمد. اللهم صل عليه وسلم. اللهم صل على محمد. اللهم صل. اللهم صل على محمد يا رب صل عليه وسلم. اللهم صل على محمد يا رب صل عليه وسلم. اللهم صل على محمد يا رب صل عليه وسلم. اللهم صل يا رب صل عليه وسلم. اللهم صل على محمد يا رب صل عليه وسلم. اللهم صل على محمد يا رب صل عليه وسلم. اللهم صل على محمد يا رب صل عليه وسلم. اللهم صل على محمد يا رب صل عليه وسلم. اللهم صل على محمد يا رب صل. اللهم صل على محمد يا رب صل عليه وسلم. اللهم صل على محمد يا رب صل عليه وسلم. اللهم صل على محمد يا رب صل. مولاي صل على محمد يا رب صل عليه وسلم. مولاي صل على محمد يا رب صل عليه وسلم. مولاي صل على محمد يا رب صل. مولاي صل على محمد يا رب صل عليه وسلم. يا رب صل على محمد يا رب صل عليه وسلم. يا رب صل على محمد يا رب صل. يا رب صل على يا رب صل عليه وسلم. يا رب صل على محمد يا رب صل عليه وسلم. يا رب صل على محمد يا رب صل. يا رب صل على محمد يا رب صل عليه وسلم. يا رب صل على محمد يا رب صل عليه وسلم. يا رب صل على محمد يا رب صل عليه وسلم. يا رب صل على محمد صل عليه وسلم. يا رب صل على محمد يا رب صل عليه وسلم. يا رب صل على محمد يا رب صل عليه وسلم. يا رب صل على محمد يا رب صل. يا رب صل على محمد يا رب صل عليه وسلم. يا رب صل على محمد يا رب صل. اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد وآله وصحبه وسلم. اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد وآله وصحبه وسلم. اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد وآله وصحبه وسلم. اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد وآله. اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد وآله وصحبه وسلم. اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد وآله وصحبه. اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد وآله وصحبه وسلم. Connect your heart to the heart of Muhammad and say اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد وآله وصحبه وسلم. اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد nourish your gratitude from the gratitude of Muhammad and say Allahumma salli ala Sayyidina Muhammadin wa alihi Allahumma salli ala Sayyidina Muhammadin wa alihi wa sahbihi. And nourish your hope from the hope of Muhammad and say Allahumma salli ala Sayyidina Muhammadin wa alihi Allahumma salli ala Sayyidina Muhammadin wa alihi wa sahbihi wa sallim. Allahumma salli Sayyidina Muhammadin wa alihi wa sahbihi wa sallim. Allahumma salli ala Sayyidina Muhammadin wa alihi wa sahbihi. Imagine Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam telling to Abu Bakr, "La tahzan, inna Allah ma'ana," and imagine yourself in the place of Abu Bakr and say, "Allahumma salli ala Sayyidina Muhammadin wa alihi wa sahbihi wa sallim. Allahumma salli ala Sayyidina Muhammadin." اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد وآله وصحبه وسلم. اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد وآله وصحبه وسلم. اللهم صل على سيدنا. Feel the loving touch of the hand of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam on your heart and say اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد وآله وصحبه وسلم. اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد آله وصحبه وسلم. اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد وآله وصحبه وسلم. اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد وآله وصحبه وسلم. Feel the gentle hand of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam caressing your head and say اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد وآله وصحبه وسلم. اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد وآله وصحبه وسلم. Feel the hand of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam patting your shoulder and telling you move ahead and say اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد وآله وصحبه وسلم تسليما كثيرا طيبا مباركا فيه. Now with all this hope and with all this connection, you are ready to understand who is God. And you are able to relate to God, to the meaning of that there is no God but God, in a better way. And then you say لا إله إلا الله 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 لا إله إلا الله. For all my problems there is Allah. لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا. For all my difficulties I have Allah. لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله لا إله. For all my wounds I have Allah. لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله لا إله. For all my worries I have Allah. لا إله إلا الله الله لا إله إلا 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 الله حق لا إله إلا الله نور لا إله إلا الله حق لا إله إلا الله نور لا إله إلا الله هادي لا إله إلا الله نور لا إله إلا الله حق لا إله إلا الله هو لا إله إلا الله الله لا إله إلا الله حق لا إله إلا الله حق لا إله إلا الله real لا إله إلا الله truth لا إله إلا الله genuine لا إله إلا الله absolute لا إله إلا الله truly لا إله إلا الله certainly لا إله إلا الله indeed لا إله إلا الله genau لا إله إلا الله حق لا إله إلا الله beauty لا إله إلا الله light لا إله إلا الله majesty لا إله إلا الله He is لا إله إلا الله all powerful indeed لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله loving لا إله إلا الله caring لا إله إلا الله watching لا إله إلا الله listening لا إله إلا الله present لا إله إلا الله with us لا إله إلا الله is here لا إله إلا الله feel it لا إله إلا الله is present لا إله إلا الله with you لا إله إلا الله in your heart لا إله إلا الله in your blood لا إله إلا الله in your thoughts لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله around you لا إله إلا الله within you لا إله إلا الله deep inside لا إله إلا الله deeper again لا إله إلا الله more profound لا إله إلا الله around you لا إله إلا الله top of you لا إله إلا beneath you لا إله إلا الله on your right لا إله إلا الله on your left لا إله إلا الله لا front of you إلا الله لا behind you إلا الله لا protecting you from all the directions لا إله إلا الله surrounding you لا إله إلا sheltering you like the home لا إله إلا enter the cave of لا إله إلا الله محمد رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم and stay there and don't get out. You are in the cave of لا إله إلا الله محمد رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم. May Allah keep us protected. آمين يا أرحم الراحمين رب العالمين صلى الله عليه وسلم محمد عليه وصحبه الطيبين الطاهرين. فاتحة. الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم